Noah built the ark. I'm going to move on. Noah built the ark according to his length. The book of Genesis tells us what he did, but the book of Hebrews tells us why he did it. Hebrews 11:7 says, by faith, Noah, when warned about things not yet seen. In King James it said, move with fear. In the NIV says, in holy fear, built an ark to save his family. By faith, he condemned the world and became the heir of righteousness that is in keeping with faith. You run around talking about that if I had faith, I wouldn't have fear. And then you quote the scripture, a perfect love casts out fear. And then you tell me that God has not given us the spirit of fear. But the truth of the matter is, this scripture brings faith and fear into the same sentence without contradiction. Noah's faith is proven by his fear. By faith, Noah being warned of God of things not yet seen. Now, he had faith. God warning you is grace. If God warned you, that's grace. If I told you to stop, that's grace. If I gave you a chance to get out, that's grace. If I gave you the plan for the tabernacle, that's grace. If I gave you the plan for the ark, that's grace. So we see by faith, Noah being warned of God. Look at your neighbor and say, God warned you. If you get in trouble, don't blame God. If you go bankrupt, don't blame God. If they take all your money and run, don't blame God. If you lose your self-respect, don't blame God. If you end up HIV positive, don't blame God. Once God warns you, grace has done what it was supposed to do. It has warned you of things not yet seen. It has warned you of things not yet seen. Is there anybody in here that don't want to be warned? I want to be warned. If you want to be warned, put your hand up. I want to be warned. I want to be warned when I'm going too far. I want to be warned when I'm talking too much. I want to be warned when I'm in the presence of an enemy. I want to be warned when I befriended a witch. I want to be warned when there's somebody out to sabotage me. I want to be warned when I'm on the brink of destruction. I want to be warned when I talk too much. I want to be warned when I need to hold my peace. I want to be warned when I'm about to mess up my future. That's the grace of God. Look at your neighbor and say, he warned me. I would have been dead, but he warned me. I would have been destroyed, but he warned me. I would have drowned, but he warned me. I would have been with somebody that was abusive, but he warned me. I would have been with somebody that was hitting me over the head with a frying pan, but he warned me. Is there anybody in here that can shout because God warned you? He warned me. He warned me. He warned me. He warned me. The devil thought he had me, but God warned me. The witch tried to hex me, but God warned me. My enemies tried to deceive me, but God warned me. They act like they were my friends, but God warned me. They tried to put me in a trap, but God warned me. To God be the glory. He brought me out. He brought me out. He brought me out. He brought me out. Because I believed him. And you know how you know I believed him? Because I moved with fear. Come on, come on, come on. Noah, being warned of God of things not yet seen, moved with fear. It doesn't say he moved with faith. It said he moved with fear. Because if you really believe God that it's going to rain, it ought to produce fear. Because God is not looking for somebody in this season who will gradually build a boat. We are too close to judgment for you to be casual about building an escape route. The enemy is right over your shoulder. If you don't move with fear, you won't move quick enough to stop the enemy from doing what he's trying to do, because fear is a favor from God. It releases your adrenaline. It gives you power to move. It gives you agility. It gives you strength. It causes your body to function in supernatural ways. God gave you fear so that when the lion roared, you would outrun him. When the baboon beat his chest, you would outstep him. God gave you fear so that when the snake rattled, you would move your foot. I need me some fear to help me escape. When the enemy came in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against him. Slap your neighbor and say, run.